Sahabah Stories Series. Salman Al-Farasi radiyallahu anhu. Assalamu Alaikum. Today we will be talking about the great Sahaba, Salman Al-Farasi. Let's start Sha Allah. Somewhere on the outskirts of a city called Ram Hormuz, Salman looked around, unsure what to do. He was lost and had been wandering around aimlessly. And now he stood at the end of an alley, staring at a building with a very peculiar shape. Usually, he would have continued his way and completed the errand given by his father. But on this day, the sound of the hymns echoing through the valley made him curious and drew him towards the church's doors. Churches were not common in Persia because most of people in the Persian Empire followed an ancient religion called Zoroastrianism, in which a fire is respected and worshipped, which is obviously haram. Like most of people, Salman was a Zoroastrian. According to the legend, the fire had been burning since the beginning of time, and Salman, the son of a Zoroastrian priest, was its guardian. It was his job to never let the flame go out by ensuring the fire was always had enough wood to burn. This was the only religion Salman had known, but that day, for the very first time, the young man met worshippers of another kind, those of a single God, a God who had not been created but was the creator of everything, a God that will live and never die. Unlike the fire of Persia, did not depend on anyone or anything to exist. Salman was fascinated by this discovery. He was so fascinated that he embraced the religion and became a Christian, a follower of Prophet Isa (AS) and his true message to worship one God alone. After reaching his home, he rushed to his father and shared his experience. "I'm sure of it, father. The religion is better than ours," Salman cried joyfully. But his father was far from impressed. "My son? A Christian? Never!" thought the old man. Mad with rage, he had poor Salman tied up and kept a prisoner in his own home. Salman's father wanted his son back to the way of his grandfathers, and the first step to doing that was stopping him from ever rubbing shoulders with the Christians. But one detail he was not counting on was the determination of his son to discover the truth and get closer to his Lord. Salman cleverly managed to escape from his homemade prison, but where could he go? He was all alone with no money or support from his family. "There's only one place I can go," he said to himself. It was to the land of Sham, the birthplace of Christianity. He was sure that there he could find the freedom to live with his new faith and continue learning about his new Lord. Salman did not know it, but then the journey he was about to begin would only be the first step in his long search. In his long search for the truth to which he would dedicate his entire life to. After a long, exhausting journey, Salman finally reached Sham. This land was ruled by the Romans, the sworn enemy of Persians. But that did not scare the young man because he was eager to learn about his new religion. A great way to do this would be to find a Christian scholar, well known for his knowledge and good character, and become a student. And that is precisely what Salman did. He settled in Sham and lived in a monastery where he served two Christian priests. One after the other, many years passed and a second master revealed a secret to Salman. It was something the young Persian student had suspected for a long time. The scholars he had been following were not like other Christians. "Oh, my son," said the priest, taking his last breaths, "the people have lost their way and changed the true religion of Isa. I don't know anyone who follows a religion like us anymore, except for a man in the city of Mosul." So that was it. Not only were Salman's teachers' beliefs different from the other Christians, but they were gradually passing away, one after the other. The city of Mosul was several days by caravan from Sham. It was a long, dangerous journey. He moved into Mosul and spent a few years there studying the ancient scriptures under a new elderly master. When that master died, he moved to another town until again a familiar event indicated his stay. Salman's eye filled with sadness as his frail teacher was about to pass away. "May Allah have mercy on you, master," said Salman. "Where am I supposed to continue my journey now?" "Oh, my son," replied the wise old man with a slow, raspy voice, "I don't know anyone who follows the true religion of Isa like we do, but I sense that the time for the coming of the final prophet is soon. This man will be from the family of Prophet Ibrahim, a messenger called Ahmad. This prophet will come to Arabia and then migrate to a land filled with volcanic rocks. You will recognize this place because it had a lot of palm trees." Salman made a mental note of all the clues as the teacher continued. "You will recognize him in 3 signs. He has a special mark on his back between his shoulder blades. He will not take a charity, but he will take a gift." Carrying the clues, Salman continued his journey to Arabia, but a question was on his head. How will I recognize one man in such a big land? He joined a caravan headed for Mecca, placing his trust in his Lord. But on the way, he was betrayed by his fellow travelers, robbed of his property, tied up and sold as a slave. He was passed from one slave master to another until he finally ended up in the hands of a man from the Banu Qurayza, a tribe in the city of Medina. Salman did not know it yet, but Allah had granted his wish. The Persians' long search for the truth soon ended because Muhammad bin Abdullah ﷺ had moved to Medina a few years later. He was also known as Ahmad and would go on to spread the word of Allah to the 4 corners of the world. Salman the Persian would become one of his most famous companions. That's all. Jazakallahu khairan for watching the video.